Now, moving on to the NFC side of things, kicking things off with the 2-7 matchup, a matchup we'll be seeing for the third time this season. Caleb Williams and the Bears versus Jordan Love and the Packers. With the Bears winning the division, they'll be hosting this game. Packers haven't won a game since losing Micah Parsons. How we feeling going into this first NFC playoff game, man?
Is that true?
Yeah, Packers have not won since Micah got hurt.
Hmm, Man.
Make you think, huh?
It's Chicago. Yeah.
You see Monty
Listen,
Luzetta
man.
say?
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
he stopped a little earlier than I would have liked to.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a beautiful moment. Caleb Williams gonna extend. Dumbass Trevon Diggs gonna try to jump her out. 6. And then it's gonna be late in the fourth. Packers need to extend the game. Diggs dumbass gonna try to make a play again. 6. It's gonna be a beautiful moment, man. Karma's a real thing, bro. And the Packers literally bought karma. I've never seen that in my life. And as you said, Michael Parsons, they haven't won a game since he got hurt. What makes y'all think the Packers will win this game? Josh Jacobs is banged up. He's not healthy. The wide receiver core, they're solid. Don't get me wrong. They got a whole bunch of really good number 2 guys. But they don't have that one guy. Usually they take turns on who's the best receiver on the day. The Packers, they do a great job of spreading the ball around. They're a very good team. I just don't see them being a team that's going to be serious enough to win a competitive game like this. It's a divisional game. That's the only thing that keeps it. It's going to be close just because it's a divisional game. But I just see in my mind, when I think of Caleb Williams extending the play, Parsons isn't going to be there to chase him down. Rashawn Gary's too slow to catch him. And I think they're going to be plays made. I think we're going to get a generational performance from Caleb Williams. I really do. I don't know why, but the plays he's been making, of course he's not getting to Matt Stafford, to Drake May, to Josh Allen Love, but he's been almost just as good as those guys. Listen, he almost hit 4K yards
Yep,
as a
yep.
quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Never been done. And for him, I think this is going to be his I'm here game. You guys are going to have to deal with me for the next 10 years. This is going to be the game for Caleb Williams.
TJ, you look kind of skeptical, gang.
It was one thing that he said that really like made my ears perk up when he said that he doesn't think Green Bay is going to be serious enough, and that's why I think. Can you think of a more unserious team than the Chicago? Like, just not this year. I mean, like
I saw the goose egg they dropped yesterday.
I agree it's going to be close, bro.
I'm
It's a
just
divisional
like
game.
just saying in the grand scheme of the Bears football that we have watched in our lifetime, can you think of a more unserious franchise team? Like y'all can literally answer this question. Can we think of a more unserious team? Y'all can
I
literally
mean,
chime in and
yeah.
answer it. Okay,
I, I,
is it a lot
that,
of them?
that's what I was gonna say. They are definitely down there with the unserious of the unserious, but they're not the unserious of the unserious, if that
So
makes
you
sense.
you you would give that to the
The
is it the
Jets,
Jets? I
Jets
knew
and
it was
Raiders,
coming.
Jets, Raiders, Bears, maybe
Okay.
Browns somewhere in there, but you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's
Okay.
bottom of the barrel.
So I do want to say address what you said about Caleb Williams. I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. Not that I'm like the end all be all, but I've seen it. Like he has made some plays this year that have made my like when I watch these plays, I thought to myself, there is no one in this sport that can do this. Like some of the sideline throws, he's made some phenomenal plays. He has done some things, like I said, when I see them, I'm like, there's no one else in the sport that can do this. As high as I've been on Jaden Daniels, Drake May, I got a young up and coming quarterback. As much as I glaze Tyler Shuck, when I've seen him in that Green Bay game, I was like, no one else can do this. But then in the same breath, in the same game, he'll do some shit. And I'll be like, no one else would do that. What the fuck was that? And that's the issue that I'm having. Like also that's the issue that I'm having. He did it at the end of the first Green Bay game. DJ Moore in his face, basically about to kiss him, like, buddy, I'm open. And he throws up some bullshit and they lose the game.
Yeah.
I've just seen it too many times. And I don't even want to sit up here and act like I trust Jordan Love because he wants to do the same thing. The
That's
mask be
exactly what
talking
I
to
was
him.
finna say, bro.
That fucking ball be talking to him. But at least they've won a playoff game. Have they? Yeah, they won a playoff game. Like I know the Packers want it more, and I feel like the come from behind shit it's gonna eventually. If it's not this game, it's the next game. I don't want to hold that against them because when Washington did it, I used it to that. So I don't want to move the goalposts and be like, oh, come from behind wins are fluky. But at the same time, that's not how you want to live with an inexperienced team. Now the Chiefs, they did that because that's how they made their money. They had one of the best quarterbacks, the second goat, whatever, not better than Tom Goldie, but whatever. um, that's how they made their money. This is a team that hasn't won anything. So making your bones off coming from behind, that's cool and all. Like it makes for great TV. But this is the playoffs. This is a team that's been there. This is a team that has the Packers have played a bunch of hard-nosed ass football games. They played the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Cowboys, and another team I'm missing in the past few years. The Bears haven't sniffed the playoffs in what, 7 years? 8
Just
years
double
since
double
they
doink.
played the Saints? Well, they made a playoff game, Jimmy Graham's last year against the Saints and the fucking Javon Wims boxing
Yeah.
match
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Um, the Drew Brees, whatever. Okay. I just think we always say it's hard to beat a team twice. They split the series. They've been playing each other. They're tired of playing each other. I feel like the Bears are gonna unserious before the Packers unserious. Now I'm not 100% certain. Wouldn't put any money on it. I think Caleb Williams has really reached that high. Like I'm happy for him, good for him. But he still got a little bit of that nine in him, that fuck it in him, and I feel like that's gonna pop out at the wrong time. And not to discredit them, like I don't want to discredit them or Jacksonville, the team that have earned these positions, but they all have these things in them, and you can set your watch to it. Maybe it's the contrarian in me. They're just gonna do some bear shit, double doink. We might get a triple doink. We might get a young way cool. Who's the Bears? Is it Cairo Santos? Is that the Bears
Yeah,
kicker?
Santos.
That motherfucker might pull a young way cool and miss the ball altogether. Like this, there's a ghost in that stadium. It's bound to happen. It's coming. I don't know when. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to the run game. Shout out to Ben Johnson. But I think the cutesy time. I think it's over. I think they're done for. I think they're
No,
gonna lose.
I think this game will tell us if Ben Johnson is a good coach or not.
Yeah,
Because
fair enough. Yeah,
Sunday we saw the performance the Bears put up, and that wasn't the performance of a team that's getting ready to go to the playoffs. In between this past Sunday and I think this game is on Sunday between the Bears and the Packers. Between that game and this weekend, the Bears have a chance to lock in and determine what team they want to be for the playoff origin of Caleb Williams. And if I'm Ben Johnson as a coach, I am doing everything I can to lighten the load on my young second year
yeah,
quarterback in his
yeah.
playoff debut. And for me, that starts with running the ball, as you mentioned. They have a two-headed monster in DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. When I look at this
Yeah.
Packers defense, as I mentioned already, they haven't won a game since losing Micah Parsons. Another big injury that they have faced in that span is losing Devontae Wyatt. So the middle of that Packers front is extremely light. And I think that Ben Johnson coming into this game with it being Caleb Williams' playoff debut will lean exclusively on that run game to bring this Bears team to victory. Like I said, with those injuries the Packers have up front and with the propensity of Caleb to not be like you said, with the propensity of Caleb to have that Jordan Love in him, I think this will be a game that is more so we look at the backfield of Chicago as a reason to success as opposed to Caleb Williams. And yes, will that help Caleb Williams when it comes to the play action passing game and some things like that? Yes, but I think the foundational run game will be the reason why the Bears are successful in this game.
Cook digger. I like that.
Appreciate that, gang.
I love
Appreciate it.
that, man.
Talking about the run game, moving on to this next NFC game is a guy who we saw dominate the league on the ground last year in Saquon Barkley and this Eagles team hosting the 49ers. Now, obviously, we've had some gripes and complaints with this Eagles offense throughout the year, and some people may have some gripes and complaints with how the Eagles played Week 18 in reference to sitting their starters when they could have earned the two seed. But Anyway, here we are with them hosting the 49ers, a matchup of two dynamic running backs looking at Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and Christian McCaffrey. So for y'all, how does this game play out?
I'm gonna let TJ go first because y'all know I hate the Eagles.
I actually didn't know that. This is might as well be 9-11 because I don't think anyone likes either of these fucking teams. Talk about two fan bases that have never done themselves any favors in terms of likability. Think San Francisco really screwed the pooch with that number 1 seed, possibly getting a championship and a Super Bowl in your building. And you lay down and I don't know what the hell that was. So you have a team that was actually pretty prolific on offense most of the year. Like Brock Purdy just had 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks
Yeah.
against the Colts and help me out. What was the other team? It was the Bears, the Colts and the Bears. So he had 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks, right? So that's the Brock Purdy that just we sit back and as much as we want to criticize, we couldn't tell him shit. That's the version of Brock Purdy that we can't say shit about him. 10 touchdowns, hitting his spots, comfortable, can run a little bit too, got his swagger up. Like that's the guy that they gave the $50 million to. But Saturday, we saw the guy that was the last pick in the draft. We saw the guy that's happy feet and can't hold on to the ball and got a little bit more gun than sling. You know, he's all right. Well, I'm gonna fit it in this window, and they have a lot of injuries and they're starting to pile up. And I will give them kudos. I didn't think they were even gonna make it. Like I thought their season was over. You lose Purdy, you lose whatever Bosa that is, and you lose Warner. If you would have told me that, and then you had issues with Trent Williams, Debo's gone, Ayuk never comes. Ayuk never showed his face. So this is a team that overcome all these obstacles. Backup linebackers, lost both their best players on defense and free agency. Kudos to them. I have no reason to believe the Eagles will have corrected anything because they literally have not shown us. We have bitched, we have yelled, we have screamed at the top, and it almost never got fixed. It got fixed maybe one game against Minnesota, and they shut us up for like a few games, and it was never the same. It was never good again. They haven't given us any indication to pick them, to have faith in them to correct it, but that's exactly why I'm going to pick them. It literally can't get any worse. This is a team that has managed to win 12 football games, 11 football games, 11, and they punted on one. Okay, so we'll give that one to Washington. So this is a team that we have had every criticism for. The defense was Swiss cheese at first. They fixed it. The offense has really not been addressed, but this is a team that just won a Super Bowl. I could argue that they should have too, but that's neither here nor there. They just find a way to keep winning these games. The run game has started to peak. Jalen Hurts, as much as we criticize him, my first thought in some of these games that we've seen these quarterbacks blow is Jalen Hurts would have won that game. As horrible as it might sound, it's true because he wins these games. As much as it's a nasty narrative. No, think about it. As much as it's a nasty narrative, Lamar, whoever else, Sam Darnold, the first thing in my mind is Jalen Hurts would have won that game. And that's why I trust them in these spots. Brock Purdy, I don't trust. I don't not trust. He's not done anything to, not deserve our trust, but I just trust the Eagles more. I think they'll get that run game going. I think they have more to improve on, but I think they have a higher ceiling. They have the better defense. They have the best player on the field. I think we can agree on that. If I know you might, we can highlight the resurgence of CMC, but we can be reasonable in saying that Saquon is the better running back. So that to me, that's the best player on the field. Dare I say they have the better quarterback? Is that a nasty narrative? Can I get away with? You're gonna let me get away with it?
It's preference.
I'm not gonna die on the hill, but I'm okay. You know what? If y'all are not hard up against it, I'm gonna slide it in there. I think they have the better quarterback. Just gonna leave that there, and you can do whatever you want with that. They have the better defense, better running back. In my opinion, the better quarterback. Now, coaching matchup. Nick knows this. I have not been a Shanahan fan, but that man right there has found a way with the nastiest rosters on both sides of the ball to keep winning. He has schemed up. He won a football game with Kendrick Bourne, Demarcus Robinson, and Jake Tonjes, and dominated the football game.
So with Mac Jones dishing
it out. So they're in there somewhere. I just don't think they're going to travel across the country in the cold because they were just bitching and moaning about getting on the plane. Well, trust me, Nothing is further from fucking California than Philadelphia. I don't have a map in front of me, but I'm pretty sure California's over here. Philly's way up here in the corner. So if you talk about one to fly, that's the last place you want to fly to. Cold, physical, beat up defense, possibly no Fred Warner. I feel like the Eagles are gonna the same way that I feel about Buffalo. I trust them in these moments, right? I trust them. I feel like their playoff DNA is gonna come out, and I feel like they're gonna run roughshod in terms of the run game. This is a physical turnaround, hand it off, chin strap, buckle it up type of game. I think they're gonna give Brock Purdy hell, and I don't think Juwan Jennings is good enough to overcome him being the only viable option. So I just don't see well, I'm sorry, aside from McCaffrey, but he's not a receiver, so I can't count on him in the pass game. Downfield. Um, I just don't see the 49ers having enough. I think they'll run out of steam. I think the Eagles will snap back into it, and I think they'll command the game, time of possession, run the ball, and I like the Eagles by a lot.
By a lot is a crazy answer.
You,
I
you gave a lot of real analysis, and you gave a lot of confidence, and you put a lot of faith in a team that just lost to a quarterback who was playing in the UFL, except whatever you want to call it, whatever spring league you want to call it,
That's
just
about
5 years
Josh
ago.
Johnson.
Yeah, talking about Josh Johnson. So with that, and I ain't got no astute shit, whatever, whatever. I just see what I see on paper, and this Eagles offense and this Eagles team in general just has a dark cloud around them that I think will come to bite them in the ass versus a team like the 49ers who have had these good vibes and have found a way to get it done all year. Have the Eagles also found a way to get it done? Yes, but they have found a way to get it done in a scrappy and just unesthetically pleasing way. We talk about CMC and the way he's the backbone for this 49ers team. Just give me Captain America in this one, bro. I just something about this 49ers team telling me they got it. I didn't mean to cut you off, Vance.
nah, you good, man. I like the 1-1 split. I just feel as if we've seen time and time again all season. It's just like how are the Eagles getting away with winning these games, man? And they don't look good at all. And just watching San Fran over the past couple of weeks, they're sputtering, especially on defense. They only gave up 13 to Seattle on Saturday, but
Yeah,
they got dominated. It never
it
they
felt like a
lost
blowout.
they lost 13-3, but that game they
It felt
Didn't
looked
like
feel like
inferior. Yeah, they looked
it felt like
inferior.
30-3. Yeah, yeah,
And I feel as with that championship DNA that the Eagles have, the offense coordinator, Kevin Patullo, I think they're been playing possum just because they know they could get away with winning some of these games, and they knew the NFC East was kind of weak. We're gonna see a couple of wrinkles in that offense, particularly with actually getting the quarter Jalen Hurts out on the edges, making plays with his feet more in these playoff games, man, preserving his body, keeping him in the pocket, throwing it right there, dinking and dunking, missing all these throws. AJ's been pissed off for literally the past year. Uh, they still have 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard running back. The defense is going to be the defense. They're going to get
yeah.
pressure. They're going to frustrate Purdy to the point to where I don't see, unless, like you said, Captain America goes off, CMC can get 200 total yards. I think 200 is the number he's going to have to hit for the 49ers to be able to beat the Eagles. But I think the Eagles are going to show some new things. They're going to be able to make more plays offensively. And you say they're going to win big. I honestly think I could see this game being something like 24-13. Eagles will win this game, but it's eventually going to catch up to them trying to be a little bit too, we've already done this, be a little bit too cool about everything.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be the 49ers to take them down because right now the 49ers don't look like they're clicking like how they should be going into this playoff game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very interesting game. Two teams that kind of, I'm not gonna say stumbled their way here, but kind of
Yeah,
stumbled their way into this game. And
that's fair.
so now let's move on to the last NFC wild card matchup. And this is also a matchup we saw about a month ago, back in November, talking about the Rams and the division winning Carolina Panthers. So, like I said, we saw this matchup back at the end of November. Panthers won that game 31-28 walk-off field goal. How do we feel about this game coming into the playoffs though? A game in which the Rams are favored by 10.5 points.
10.5 is a crazy number. It's not like the Panthers have just like lost players or been injured or anything like that. It's the
They're
exact
pretty
same team.
healthy. Yeah, they're
It's
pretty healthy.
the exact same teams about to take on each other. That's a crazy number. So you would think that Vegas knows something that we don't. Somebody's going to be a late scratch, something along those lines. But 10.5 is a big number when I think this game, honestly, most people are probably going to pick the Rams like with the 10.5 spread. That lets you know that people are still taking the money on the Rams to cover that. I just think, in my mind, it's a pick 'em because you really don't know what the Panthers are going to do, what they're about. Who knows? Bryce Young might be a playoff riser. We're going to find out. He might be the type of guy, he was good enough to win a division with 9-8 or 8-9, 9-8. So you go 9-8, winning record in Carolina first time since.
I think they were 8-9 because they
Yeah,
lost
they
to
were,
the
they were
Bucks.
8-9. It was a
Okay,
three-way
so
tie.
okay, that's right. But either way it goes, man. For them to even like be in this position, and they've beaten good teams. It's not like they went 8-9. Just of course they beat beat the Saints, beat the Falcons, whatever. That's
They didn't beat
cool.
us. We swept them.
Either way it goes, man. I understand that. Let me give you your respect, TJ. I apologize.
Okay, they beat the Cowboys. They beat the Packers. They beat the Rams. They beat good teams. They
Yeah,
beat good teams.
they've beaten good teams to get these wins, and
Yeah.
so if you just played, why are you 10 points favorite over another team? And so I do think the Rams will win this game just because of Devontae Adams coming back. You still have Puka Nacua, probably the most dominant receiver in the playoffs coming into this
Yeah.
game. You
He might be
expect,
the best receiver in football.
Oh,
yeah, and
yeah.
so
Period. At this point.
I like the Panthers still a lot, but you never know. Just with you don't know what the Panthers are gonna do, and so it could be the playoffs come around, they're ready to rise up to the occasion. I'm gonna take the Rams just because on paper I'm thinking they're the better team, but when you line it up on the field, you never know.
That Rams Panthers game in November was an ugly game. It was a rainy game. Matt
Yeah.
Stafford had two very uncharacteristic turnovers in that game, and I want to say one of them was in the red zone. But looking at this game, or looking at the Panthers over the course of the season, they've kind of had this pattern where they win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. Well, the Panthers have lost 2 games in a row. So would it be crazy to say, with the pattern the Panthers have been going on this season, that they beat the Rams for the second time this season? Yeah, I think it would be crazy as hell. Y'all shaking your head no. But I say that because Matt Stafford has been playing MVP football this season, and this Rams offense is one of the, I think, best units in the league, point blank, period. So for me, I think it's that simple. This is a guy in Matt Stafford who has won a Super Bowl. We talk about how much playoff experience matters. A guy who is in the upper echelon when we talk about all-time great quarterbacks, and a guy who's getting his first playoff start against honestly one of the more ferocious front sevens. When you think about a guy like Jared Verse, Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, all of those guys I think will make it difficult on Bryce Young. So for that reason, I gotta rock with Matt Stafford and the Rams, man.
I have no football intelligence reason why I think if we break it down, Carolina doesn't have the better unit of anything. Is that fair to say? I don't think they don't have the better unit of anything, right? They damn sure don't have the better quarterback. Like that. That's what these games come down to. So the only way that Carolina wins this game is if they show up and win the game. I know that might sound stupid as fuck, but that's how they won the game the first time. Bryce Young did not play better than Matthew Stafford. They didn't do anything better. They just showed up and won the game. He had uncharacteristic turnovers. They capitalized. They were at home. They defended the home field, which they have to do again. They just showed up and won the game. I don't know if that makes sense, but they lined down and they won the game. That's the only way they're going to win this game. They have to make him uncomfortable, get a turnover off him, run the ball. If the Bryce Young that we've seen versus Atlanta shows up, you never know because they beat good teams. But I think they've been opportunistic. In the Green Bay game, Jordan Love showed his ass. In the Rams game, Matthew Stafford showed his ass. In the Cowboys game, Dak Prescott showed his ass a little bit. So like they have been very almost like a vulture would be. We're not supposed to be here, but we see a team that's bullshitting it. We're not gonna let
Yeah.
we're not going to beat ourselves. If you want to beat yourself, we're going to beat you. We're going to capitalize, very opportunistic. So I think there's a lot of that to be had. I think I'm going to take the Rams, but this strikes me as a game that'll be close at first, like up into halftime. Like the Panthers are up like 10-7, and we're like, all right, that's enough. And then the Rams just come out and just, all right, enough's enough. So I think they'll cover those points. I don't think they'll be easy. The Panthers won't lay down. We just don't know what Bryce Young and we give that grace to young players.
Literally, you don't know. We just don't know
No, you
what they're
don't. You
gonna do,
don't.
bro.
And this is a
We
team
don't know. So
full of
we
young
give that
guys
grace to
too,
young
man.
players. We talk about gambling advice. This is the last team. Like, if you want to lose money, you fuck around and play with the Carolina Panthers, bro. They will lose to teams they have no business to, and they will beat the brakes off the best team you have to offer. Like, if we sent Carolina on the tournament and they had to play the 10 best teams in the league, they probably win 6 out of those games for no reason. And if we had them play the bottom 10 teams, they probably win 2 of them for no reason. They probably beat the 2 worst. Like, they probably beat the 2 worst teams and then beat 6 of the best teams. So I don't know. You have a team that you don't know about, and you have a team that you know about. I'd be crazy to pick the Panthers. As much as I'm the fucking shock value guy and the contrarian, it just goes against everything in my football mind. The only way they win this game is if they just show up and win the game. I don't know how that'll be. I don't know how that's gonna look, but I wouldn't put my life on it. I hope you wouldn't either. I'm gonna take the Rams. I think they'll win by a lot. Just not at first. I think they'll dick around a little bit, and I think they'll get it together by halftime. Maybe like something like 28-7. It'll be 10. It'll be like 7-7 halftime, and they'll pull away 28-7. I think something like that.
Yeah, but I will say, like you said, no gambling advice. But if you are gambling on the Panthers, make sure you in Rod Wave circle, because if you are around Rod Wave at any time and you hear him on the phone having a conversation with Bryce Young, take that money line, man.
And let us know before you do.
But moving
Let us
on
know.
to the number one seed in the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Last year, we saw Sam Darnold get embarrassed over what was the last 2 weeks of his season, talking about week 18, a blowout loss to the Lions while he was with the Vikings, followed by a blowout loss to the Rams in the wild card. This year, Sam Darnold gets a first round bye, gets to wait at home and see his matchup. How do y'all feel about Sam Darnold coming into the playoffs this year? And with that, how do y'all feel about Seattle's chances to potentially make a deep, even Super Bowl run this year?
I think he's got the monkey off his back with the whole big game thing. I think that was we've all played football, maybe not at that level, but we know like this the things that people say it matters. Like for us to think that he doesn't hear that and it doesn't, ring true in his mind, like that's on his mind. Like it's headlines, it's in the news. Like he knows that we think he can't win the big games, and a lot of times most of the time he doesn't. It wasn't made up, it wasn't unwarranted criticism, but for us to think that he doesn't have that on his mind, we got to know that now. So they won that. Well, in part, they won that Rams game in spite of him, but he got his act together. The fact that in both those games he had 7 turnovers in those 2 games, and they were still in a position to win both those games. I think it's a testament to his improvement. I would not be surprised if they're the real deal. I already picked. I think that the Bears will be the team to flop out of the top 3. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I think Seattle's the real deal. The defense, dare I say, is very LOB-ish. Defensive minded coach, young guy who is confident in his young guns. Once Sam Darnold has shook that monkey off his back, I don't see any issues. They can run the ball, 2-headed monster. They can throw it. Kubiak has done a phenomenal job. This is a team that you don't want to overanalyze, right? You don't want to overthink it. Like they've shown you time and time again, even in spite of the quarterback, who has really been the only issue that they've had. Like if we said Seattle's going to lose this game, and you had to blindfold and look at the box score, right? Oh, what happened? We're going to say Sam Darnold fucked it up. Is that fair?
Yeah.
If they lost the game and we couldn't look at the box score, what happened? Oh, Sam Darnold fucked it up.
We
Okay.
ain't gonna say the
Well,
defense.
for the most part, he has erased a lot of those doubts. So until I'm proven otherwise, They've beaten the Rams. You know, they went band for band with the good version of the Buccaneers. Like, they are playing good teams. They're not, you know, merching off these shitty teams. It's a great division. They were in one of the most competitive divisions in the entire NFL. So shout out to them. Complete football, well-coached football team, healthy. I think they'll get, let's just say, let's just humor me. Let's say Green Bay wins. I think they can win that game. Won't be too cold in Seattle. We shouldn't be worried about any rain. I like them a lot. I think they'll get to the conference championship game, and I think it'll probably be like them in Philly. So I like them. I like them a lot.
The way I see it is, it's almost deja vu. Just going into last year, let's just say Justin Jefferson, 103 catches, 1,500 yards, 10 tutties. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 119 catches, 1,800 yards, 10 tutties. Everything is going right. The defense looks amazing. Can he get the monkey off his back? Depending on who he plays in this divisional round game next week, I think he can. If Green Bay, I think that's a yes. If you play Chicago, I don't know, man. That's a really good defense against a really good defense. And
That
if you
Chicago
need,
defense isn't good. I ain't gonna let you do that. They just get turnovers. It's a difference.
that's pretty good. Listen, fantasy.
You know what's
says they're
crazy
good.
about what you're saying, bro? The Seahawks and the Vikings had the exact same record going into that game to clinch. That's so crazy. They had the same record to go to clinch the number
Deja
one seed.
vu.
And he actually did it this time. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
Got a really good running back this time. He has two. Last year, you had two really good running backs. This year, you have two really good running backs. Kenneth Walker gets him down the field. You have Charbonnet. He punches it in. Ooh. I think it's deja vu, but something in my mind, watching them dominate the 49ers, I've never seen the 49ers get dominated. Like, in years.
Not on the line of scrimmage basis like that. Not at all.
Yes, like I haven't seen them get dominated, man. And everything in my mind is telling me that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. But then it's like they got Sam Darnold, their quarterback. That's literally all it is.
That was coming.
I'm gonna say right now they should be the favorites to come out the NFC. But every other team is good enough to beat them on any given Sunday. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt since they did it throughout the season. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt to advance to at the very least win their divisional game, no matter who they play. So that's how I'm gonna rock. If we run the pod next week, I'm gonna say the exact same thing.
So you just can't picture Sam Darnold at a Super Bowl. I mean, I can't either. But
no. I can but it's just like I can envision him fucking it up. That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But I don't know though, bro, because it's like I feel you. Like I definitely like stamp like Seahawks to the conference championship. But TJ brought it up earlier, talking about Sam Darnold getting that monkey off his back. That second Rams game, I think, was bigger from the standpoint of, damn, I just turned this bitch over 4 or 5 times and we still won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me not put it in harm's way that many times, and let's see how we can win. You know what I'm saying? So I think that game would really not necessarily help Sam Darnold turn the corner because we've already seen him turn the corner from seeing a ghost to being a capable NFL starter. But
he did it twice.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think this playoffs and this run he's gonna go on is gonna be what separates him from being, and not in a disrespectful way, whether he wants to be a guy like Baker Mayfield who gets that second opportunity and leads the team to steady success, or are you gonna be a guy like Matt Stafford who gets not necessarily that second opportunity, but gets that new start and actually fulfills on the promise that everybody thought you had.
Then you have Shaheed. He's moving like Percy Harvin, bro. Like great return guy, amazing gadget guy, bro. They look like the best team in football right now. Can Sam Darnold just do what he needs to do? He can just be average, and I think they can win these games. He doesn't even have to be.
That's exactly what I was finna say. To TJ's point earlier, all he got to do is be Jalen Hurts. That's all he got to do.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when I watch some of these games and these quarterbacks falter, and I just think like as much as we shit on Jalen Hurts, he would have won that game. Jalen Hurts would have beat the Steelers last night. Jalen Hurts would have won that game. Oh God, I won't even put it on Lamar, but Jalen Hurts would have won that game.
Oh God, I hate to agree, but yeah.
But
And
you
he
see
would
what
have
I'm
gave a
saying? Like
lame ass
I
quote
don't.
after that shit either. Like
You would have won that
hard
game.
water.
You see what I'm saying, Vance?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like as you hate the Eagles, so like if you admit it, you know it's fact. Like I hate that nigga would have won that game. He would have found a way. Tripped and fell over the first down line. Got blown up out of bounds. Some shit to just win the game. And the Eagles just went like, to your point, Nick. Like being average, like this man has turned the ball over almost 10 times in the 2 divisional games, and he almost won both of them. Like that's mind boggling. Sam Darnold, listen, this is gonna be crazy. Sam Darnold has won almost 30 football games in 30 football games in 2 years.
Crazy.
14 and 13. Almost 30 games. What the fuck? And that's not an accident. You talked about it the year of Minnesota signing him. And when you said it made my fucking head spin around. Sam Darnold? Like it was a foregone conclusion that he was ass. Like, now I'm not saying obviously you didn't think so, but like amongst the the
Yeah.
ethos of football, it was he's ass. Like, if you think he's good, you're crazy. So when you said that, I was like, because I saw the Panthers version might have been the worst version. I'm like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Like, how does he keep getting jobs? And then when you were like, I don't know, he went to San Francisco, he learned how to do it the right way. And when you said that, I was like, damn, Nick, you on that good? You got that good gas, huh? And then I was like, wait a second, are they good? Is he good? Okay, he does what we all think he's gonna do in the Lions game, and then again in the Rams game. All right, cool. We saw that coming. Nobody's surprised. Like, we didn't hold that against him. We knew he was gonna fuck that up. He fucked it up. Like, can we all agree? Like, we knew Sam Darnold was gonna fuck both of those games up, and he did it. Like no harm, no foul. But we need him to stop doing that. This year comes along. I'm like, wait a second, this motherfucker is good. Like, this is not like, oh, he was a bridge quarterback last year that performed. No, that he can hoop. He can play football. So to his credit, I don't understand it. I never will understand it. Nick, you might as well put that shit up on your wall or some shit, my guy. Like, I was dumbfounded when I was like, yeah, we could probably find him. I still, like, we should pull up next time. Make a graphic out of it, make a quote out of it, toot your own horn, whatever you want to do. You said Sam Darnold still has a future in this league. My nigga, go play the lottery next, because if he wins the Super Bowl, you got to get that tagged or some shit, my nigga. Get a T-shirt, do something, bro, because that's some crazy shit.
I ain't gonna lie, Sam Darnold Super Bowl would be pretty insane, just considering the 2-year turnaround as a starter, bro.
Sam Darnold against Justin Herbert in the Super Bowl, that'd be crazy.
Hey. Out the mud, Rashad McCants.
We got Rashad McCants. Y'all not checking that Super Bowl? Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert? No,
not at all.
Sam Darnold, yes, but Justin Herbert, no, bro.
Isn't that so crazy though? Isn't that such a nasty narrative? So we trust Sam Darnold more than Justin Herbert. Is that not an indictment on him at this point?
Herbert not even bad, bro. I don't know how to explain it, man.
Bro,
listen, Lamar.
That's an indictment on Herbert. If we trust Sam Darnold more
like
than Justin
Herbert is literally like, we say it to clown him, but he is literally what if man. Like, what starting quarterback goes through more than half a season without both of their starting tackles, bro? Like, that's kind of ridiculous.
And we see the flashes.
You're not wrong, but it's like, when did we get to the point where, like, now again, in terms of this season, like, Sam Darnold has earned it more, but like in the landscape of football, like, who the fuck would pick Sam? Oh, now that I'm saying it out loud, like, I feel like you would say Sam Darnold. I feel like if I said pick one, you got to make a team, and I said pick one, I think you'd pick Sam Darnold.
I'm not gonna say you got me wrong, bro.
This is so nasty. You could just say it. I don't mind. I don't have no skin in the game.
I'm taking like Sam.
Okay, you know what? All right, yeah. Let's do it officially. All right, Nick, I have a question for you. So if you got to pick a team right now, we're not gonna worry about any other position. Don't worry about the team, the location. Pick a quarterback: Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's in their prime.
Sam Darnold. Justin Herbert went 14-3. I didn't think so. Justin Herbert won the division? I didn't think so. Justin Herbert been top 5 in passing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that might be the one that get me.
Yeah, I think you don't win. might have been like 2 or 3 one of them years. One of them years he had like
Yeah.
40 touchdowns. Yeah. I think it was his
That's
second
all I was
year. He
thinking
went
that Keenan Allen. Yeah.
yeah, nigga went crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. I mean, look,
But like don't get me wrong, like Justin Herbert is like one of the prototypical quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? In this new age, can spin it, can run it, can do it all. But it's just that one little piece missing. I don't know what it is for Justin Herbert, but it's that
just
one
ain't
little
got it.
thing missing. But for Sam Darnold, for some reason, obviously there's a gap between his years starting, but over his 2 years starting, over his two most recent years starting, like you said, TJ, almost 30 wins. Like I can't choose anything else over that. You've proven to me you can win, not only in one place, but in two different stops in a matter of 2 years, and honestly, in almost two different styles. So I gotta rock with Sam Darnold.
And you're talking about offenses that we did not think were any good. Like we thought that they were fucked once they got Sam. We thought Justin Jefferson's career was over. Like we was
Yeah,
on here
we thought we
crying, talking
thought
about
the trade
he's
request was
cooked.
coming, bro. People thought the
Mm-hmm.
trade request was
Yeah.
coming, but now it's coming now
And
with
and
JJ
then when
McCarthy,
Seattle
and we see how crazy it is that you chose JJ over
right.
Sam Darnold.
Same with Seattle. When we sat up here and did the free agency show, I was like, Seattle had me dumbfounded. I'm like, they just went to the playoffs with Geno and them, and they just cut all them clowns. And then that was one of the best snipes I've ever seen. Like when we sat here that day and they signed Cup and they Jackson is gonna be the number one, and you get rid of Geno, you get rid of DK, you get rid of Lockett. I was just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, do they know something that we don't? And that's why these cats are front office guys and coaches because they literally know something we don't. And then Darnold on top. I'm like, what the fuck are they? They ain't cooking. They were cooking. They were cooking. I should let them cook. I was
That's
not.
what
I
I
was
was
not
gonna
letting them
say.
cook. I should have let them cook. So the
Mike,
moral of the
Mike
story:
McDonald, Mike
let
McDonald
them
in
cook.
that front office, Michelin five-star cooking. I ain't gonna lie.
Let them cook. They look when they pulled all the ingredients out the car out the freezer. I'm like, what the fuck is this about to be? And I came back in a few months. I came back in a few minutes in the kitchen. And they had some gumbo on the stove. Well, they had some bad gumbo. So I give it to him. Did we see John Schneider pit sweat in the booth? Did we all see that?
I ain't see that.
Yeah, look. So he was in the booth, high fiving everybody with massive pit stains, and that nigga came down to the field with a jacket on afterwards. When he came down to he was in the booth and he was oh yeah, high fiving everybody, scaring all the hoes away. And then when he came down to the field after the game, he had on a quarter zip like a button. Somebody must have told him that. So
Nigga musty.
scaring all the hoes away. He can make a football team, so we'll let that slide. You can be musty if you know how to make front office decisions.
No,
Unless you Terry Fontenot.
any other closing playoff thoughts y'all boys got?
I'm gonna tell you right now, best QB in the wild card round will be Caleb Williams. Best running back in the wild card round will be drum roll. Christian McCaffrey. Best receiver in the wild card round will be wait for it, Nico Collins.
All right, Super Bowl picks. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I guess I'll kick it off.
Let's do it right now.
Let me get Seattle, New England.
Okay.
I said same thing. I don't want to do the same thing, but I'm thinking paper. Yeah, Seattle, New England.
All right. Y'all ready for this? Y'all gonna love this one.
This gonna be some bullshit.
No, you gonna like it. Well, you're not gonna like it, but it's the most realistic, unrealistic outcome. Eagles,
Bills. I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know me too well. It's the most realistic outcome. Like those are two of the best teams in the playoffs that we're not giving any respect to. Like Eagles, that's not crazy. Eagles, Bills. Yeah. It's the most realistic Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
So I Eagles, Bills. I can see those. I can see Josh Allen media day. I can see him in the all white in front at the podium talking about how much he loves his wife and his new baby, and I can see it now, and I can see that cornball with the Kangol. Yeah, man. When you really think about the precipitation of events and the way that life has materialized, you can't help but to smile in the moment that we've found ourselves in. You just got to go out and win, and the manner that we do that will dictate the manner in which we succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be here. I can see it now. I can see it now. So
we might have to get the cornball with the Kangol trademark. That shit got me.
You heard it here first. Look, you tune in no cap, you hear a lot of shit here first. So Eagles, Bills, when y'all see that on your TVs, don't go look for that remote now. You've been watching that fucking TV all year. Don't change the channel now. Because Justin Herbert gonna let me down. Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he gonna put you down for sure. But shit, that's another episode of No Cap Sports. I'm for sure, like my boy TJ said, you probably heard something here that you'll never hear anywhere else. You see Vance throwing up to you, man. We got all the sports covered. We got it all on lock. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on the socials. Stay up to date with all things No Cap. And look, man, with that. Y'all wish Drake May a happy playoffs, and we out of here, man.